beautiful night out here in the PN-Dub. Thanks for joining me. All right, let's take a dive into the magical drawer. This is my electrical test drawer here. So the first item we've got inside here, this is a power probe. All right, so you hook the alligator clips up to a battery, you hit that button, and it supplies power and ground off that tip. So these are really cool. You can supply power, ground, voltage testing, continuity. There's also some other cool stuff you can do with these guys. So this is fun to have. Next thing we got is a power plug tester. So this is an outlet tester. So this is really nice just for quick testing if you don't want to get your meter in there with the probes. Also, less invasive than the probes, which is nice. All right, 7-way pin tester. So these are really cool too. So the lights on the front indicate power signals coming down to the 7-way plug from your truck. So you can actually test your vehicle or your RV pretty easily without a voltmeter, just plugging that in and seeing what lights up. All right, laser pointer, good for testing temperatures. This is kind of like a proximity sensor, so you can hold this up to a live wire and you'll see it light up. I don't use it very often, but it's pretty cool. Next, coax tracers. So you can actually plug the plugs in on the right-hand side. These are super nifty. I love these, especially if you just bought a brand new vehicle and not sure where the coaxers are going. Maybe the system's been ripped out. You need to retrace it. You plug these plugs on the right-hand side into the different inlets around, or different coax cables around the coach. And on the left-hand side of the remote, you press that red button and it lights up with which wire it's hooked up to, or the coax plug that it's hooked up to, so you can trace down, which is really nice. So coax tracer, very nice to have. Of course, our amp clamps. These are crucial. You're going to be using these a lot with diagnosis. As you can see, this one is an AC and DC clamp, which you're going to want. And of course, we got an extra just to be prepared. Voltmeters. All right, so we got a couple fluke meters here. Use these a lot. These are absolutely essential for testing. Use these all the time. I have two just because sometimes I need to see voltage at multiple points at multiple times. So I carry two, that and just in case I need an extra one. Wire leads. These are awesome. So I can actually run these to different locations to bypass wires or for testing. All kinds of fun stuff. So I love these. Pull them out, twist them back in. Thermometer, so neat thermometer. I do these a lot for Delta T testing on RV air conditionings. These are cool. So these are actually taps, so testing taps. So the wire goes into that horseshoe right there, for lack of a better word, and that pin probes the wire so you can test it without removing. Now if you use these, you want to make sure you put silicone over the point where you test, because you don't want those to corrode away. Very important. Next thing we've got some pin removal tools. So these are awesome. I love these. Molex mate and locks. We can release tools. These pin release tools are awesome. I love these. So these are crucial. This is actually a mini mate and lock removal tool, which is cool. So a ton of different removal tools. Really nice to have in the field. All right, oscilloscope. So if we want to get crazy and test some like pulse width modulation or even some multiplex systems or Hall effect sensors, all kinds of stuff, man. They're kind of fun to have. I mean, we don't use them a ton, but they're great to have around. A lot of fun. This is a mini one. You'll see here in a minute. I've got a bigger one too I carry. This guy's a little more accurate. He's a little bit more expensive. He's a little bit better. I like this one a lot. So again, we don't use these a ton, but they are nice to have when you need them. All right, more pen removal tools. All right, here we go. So these are actually really cool. This guy, just to add water to your batteries if you need to. This is a hydrometer tester, so make sure your batteries are full. Take any surface charge off them, run the slide or something, and then you actually pull up the water into this thing. It'll actually tell you the condition of the cell that you're testing, which is really nice. A hydrometer tester is definitely an essential tool. I love these alligator clips, man, whether I need to bypass something or I'll even cut these in half and use them as kind of like test point interjections, so I can actually like put these in line with the circuit and I can physically see and use the clips to clamp onto my meter. All kinds of stuff I do with these. But they're great for jumper wires. Another great thing to have in your toolbox. So this is my little box of tricks here. So you can see it's a little used. So up here, we've just got more pin removal tools, nothing really special here. Some jumper wires, some miscellaneous stuff that I use randomly. Some alligator clips that go onto your meter leads, which is cool. This is another wire probe, just a different style. Needle comes out there, twist it down on the wire, it punctures it, and you can test the voltage basically anywhere. So these are actually back probe kits. So you can put these in the back of like connectors if you need to test voltage places where you don't want to ruin the pins. So these are really cool too. They're great for jumping and testing as well. So those are great, definitely essential. Extra meter leads just in case mine go out in the field. These in particular, just aqua hot plugs. I use some plugs for like bypassing, like this one's for I believe that's for burner operation there. So I just plug that in, burner kick on. This guy's cool. This is actually a flame sensor tester for aqua hot LP system. So I put that together, that's pretty neat. So I like this one a lot. And that's it, guys. That's most of it. That's what I carry around daily. So a lot of this stuff will give you guys some ideas and lead you on some cool repairs. So have fun with it. Thanks for joining me.